Finally! The number of times I've tried to play this game over the past few weeks is ridiculous. I mean, Christmas got in the way, of course. Certain people wanted ferrying around. Then, of course, the air conditioning / heating broke on the car. It's literally everything has been trying to stop me from playing this. Can I just fucking play this already? Of course, many have already played it, and the general consensus is Cyberpunk 2077 is somewhere between good and phenomenal. If you're playing on PC. If you're playing on console, the general consensus is it's a crock of shit. And as a measure of how seriously some are taking this fact, the investors of developer CD Projekt Red, not fans or players, the investors, have launched a class action lawsuit over the messy launch of the game. Apparently management knew the game on console was fucked, but continued to advertise it using PC footage. Does that sound familiar to anyone else, or is it just me? The overarching theme from reviewers are the glitchy graphics and long loading times for textures and such. But again, that's just on the Xbox and PlayStation. I've got the PlayStation version! Yay! Okay, I'm playing the PS4 version on the PS5 console. Allegedly it plays a little better on this. First, select a background for your character, and why the Destiny cursor? Why is this kind of cursor so popular in games these days? No one likes it. No one! Then we go to the character creator. Now bear in mind that once the game starts, there is no way to change V's physical appearance. Not even her hairstyle or colour can be changed, so choose wisely. The options here are all presets, but there's so many you won't feel hard done by. Skin, hair, eyes, nose, mouth, jaw, lips, cheeks, nipples, nails! This caught a lot of live streamers out. Because you see, you can rotate the model left and right, but you can't zoom the camera in or out. So you don't know the character is naked until you get down to nails. Then the camera zooms out on its own. Streamers were freaking out because the rules on platforms such as Twitch ban nudity. People were panicking. Am I going to get banned for this? The game doesn't warn you it's coming. Twitchers kicked off such a fuss that Twitch itself actually had to come out and clarify its policies. That being that nudity is banned, except where it was intended by the developers. So everyone kind of relaxed a little bit after that. So, after you've customised your character's boobs and genitals, no, you didn't mishear me, and spent some attribute points, you're dropped into an intro appropriate to your background, you meet up with your new friend Jackie, shit goes sideways, you retreat to Night City to start over. You're treated to a montage of V and Jackie setting up, the inseparable duo. Jackie is your stalwart companion, there through thick and thin, backing you up when the going gets tough, always there to lend a hand. He's dead. As soon as I saw him boogieing on the dance floor, I knew he was dead. And after 2 hours of hand-holding, you're introduced to the cyberware upgrades. At first all you'll have access to are the free upgrades to the eyes and hands. These combined finally give you the ammo counter you may have noticed has been missing up to now. I thought it was a glitch at first. Again, the game could do with warning you about stuff that isn't normal. There are many police emergency calls you can respond to, and I jumped straight away into one rated at normal difficulty. First, I tried the stealthy approach. Then I got bored. What's going on? What's that mean? Ah! I'm burning! Someone call 911! Has anyone got a wet towel for sale? Netrunners are basically cyber wizards. My systems are being hacked to overheat, which sets me on fire. Oh great, she's not just a wizard, she's a Matrix agent as well. That was the first proper fight I got into. My point being, Netrunners are deadly. In case you're wondering what I'm actually doing, I'm trying to reverse park. What the hell's wrong with the car? Jesus Christ, is the handbrake jammed? Or is there a giant invisible sponge in the road behind me? Okay, so it turns out this is to stop you from running over mission critical characters. It's not a glitch, it's deliberate. When you get near a mission location, your vehicle slams the brakes on for you to protect the important characters from being pizza based all over the tarmac. But because you're not warned about it, again, the first time feels like your car's gas tank just swallowed 2 barrels of Gorilla Glue. I'm good at reverse parking, take the sodding child lock off! Let's talk about organising your weapons. They can be sorted by a variety of settings: name, DPS, quality, weight and price. Which is great! Sort your weapons by DPS and find the most damaging easily. Let's talk about organising your armour. They can be sorted by a variety of settings: name, DPS, quality, weight and price. Wait, what? Why can the armour be sorted by DPS? It's not as if the armour does any damage. And why can't I sort them by, oh I don't know, armour? Also, that sodding destiny cursor makes it really difficult to select the sort buttons because they're so small. You might want to check your food and drink stash sometimes. It can get impossible to manage after a while, especially since the organisational system doesn't actually organise them. Almost all food provides the same bonus. Almost all drink provides the same bonus. All alcohol makes you suck ass. You'd think the game would just group them all together in a nice big neat bundle, but then you'd be able to find them and that'd be too fucking easy. By the way, that overheating message there is from earlier in this fight. A netrunner started hacking me, I used breach, now the message is glitched and won't piss off. I had to restart the game to clear it. Some of this cyberware sounds seriously cool, like the gorilla arms or the mantis blade. Yeah. Others like the high jump and double jump, not so much. I mean, maybe if Night City was set up to be a parkour playground, but it's not.
Want to get myself chipped.
Straight to the point. I like it.
Some upgrades could be useful, such as increasing your RAM or durability. There are a couple of problems though. First, different cyberware is available at different locations throughout the city. If you're looking for something specific, good luck trying to find where you saw it last. Second, there are numerous barriers stopping you from, well, just buying stuff. Some upgrades require a high enough character level, and if your character level is high enough, your street cred might be too low, and if your street cred is high enough, your attributes might be too low to equip it. And all that crap is before whether you can actually afford to buy it. Which, by the way, is really hard on account of everything costing an arm and a leg and a circulatory system. The bar is set so high in these shops, I feel like I'm limboing under clouds. And yes, I have heard about limitless cash bugs, which to be honest is a glitch they could really do with leaving in. Honestly, I didn't get a single upgrade beyond the first 2, with most things impossible to buy for ages, and of questionable value considering the effort involved.
Initiated throughout Kenpeki Plaza. Please remain in your rooms and follow all instructions given by staff.
You can, however, buy weapons, and I got me a katana. Let's go use it on someone. Or the system can crash. That's an option. Shooting the enemy in the face is so boring, isn't it? In addition to slicing their face off with a sword, your cyber mods allow you to hack enemies on the local network, in the exact same way that bitch of a netrunner was setting me on fire earlier. Things like overheating an enemy's systems to set them ablaze, switching off their weapons, or applying a poison effect that spreads to other enemies nearby. Actually, I'm not quite sure how hacking leads to poisoning, but it's a thing. Due to elements totally beyond my control, honest, I was separated from my trusty car earlier, and it was towed. But now I found it again. That taxi just totaled my car! Oh, now I have to go do an insurance claim? And I have to wait for the car to be repaired. Do I have a catheter inserted in me? Because I feel like this game is taking the piss. Oh, and after that little duel, my car is a wreck. So, how do I repair it this time? Please God, not another insurance claim. I wouldn't mind, but it's with the same taxi company. Actually, you just have to resummon the car once you're far enough away from it. Why couldn't I just do that last time? Just hold the button and your car comes wheeling down the street. Or falls out of the goddamn sky at random. And explodes. Because every car does that occasionally. Actually, some of these glitches are pretty funny.
For your eyes do not belong to you, or rather, not only to you. Where's your cute little ass rushing off to? Slow down.
Okay, that one was hilarious. He's still standing! Is he sleep vandalising? Most storefronts are purely cosmetic and can't be entered. Which is a shame, because pay attention and you'll see some fascinating names of things. Snapped Synapse Roasters. I don't know what that is, but I want one. Speaking of things to buy, I need to go pay Victor his money. He did install my eyes and hands free of charge after all. It'd only be fair to... Shit! It's okay, it's okay. I can just load it back up. Doesn't actually take that long.
This fucking city!
Alright, clearly what happened here is the guy started doing a breakdance, his friend took offence and shot him. This game is so broken. Upgrading stuff is easy and is done in the crafting menu. And there are a couple of problems. Knock me sideways with a coat hanger, I'm astonished. The resource cost of upgrading stuff increases with every upgrade, meaning eventually you'll have to ditch your favourite clobber. I suppose you can buy replacements, but that's assuming there's a shop selling one, and you can find it. Also, rather bizarrely, there's no way of knowing how powerful a weapon or armour is. Oh, it shows you its DPS or armour rating, but there's no actual hint as to how it actually compares to your character level or the enemy. Will a gunshot cause their heads to explode in a shower of liquid confetti? Take a sizable chunk out of their health? Or will it be like trying to stop a charging rhinoceros with a feather duster? Until you shoot them, you've no idea. Also, this game has no junk pile. It has junk items, but no junk pile. So there's no way of recycling or selling things en masse. See all these consumables? Oh my god! Why is there no quick sell function? For the record, going through all these took me 5 minutes. I've never seen a game's organisational system that's so fucking disorganised. I'd say get your shit together, except you can't. The one thing the menu has organised is this perk. Scrapper auto-converts all junk items to components, now and forevermore. Get it! You receive missions via contacts, most of whom will call your phone at first to get your attention. You can call other people as well, but there's not much point if the missions don't require you to fuck! Starting to get a bit annoying. As for the major visual problems reported by others, I'm assuming they're playing on the PS4. My PS5 must be compensating by having a super quick solid state drive and lightning fast processing power. At no point did I see entire areas take ages to load in. The frame rate was mostly 60 frames a second. It sometimes dropped to 30 frames a second in hectic firefights, but that's all. Other people reported catastrophic drops in frame rate during combat. But again, PS5, I didn't see any of that. I almost forgot to mention Keanu Reeves. I know! He's fine.
Zapper dumples and filth. In some ways, Night City never changes. Arasaka's still a despotic machine and the world's on a collision course with chaos.
What I mean is, his delivery is a bit flat, but then again, Johnny Silverhand is supposed to be an ex-rockstar turned anarchist arsehole, so he does sound appropriate. He's meant to sound like he doesn't give a fuck. And he does. Or doesn't. Then again, V, his herself, usually has a flat delivery as well, but that's a consequence of having a character who has to sound neutral, because they're a player-controlled avatar, a blank slate, if you will.
Finally scrounged up enough eddies to pay you back in full.
Hold on to him just in case. You need him more than me.
Not taking them all the way to my grave, Vic. Here. And thanks again for doing so much work on me without ever seeing an any.
That's what friends are for.
So yeah, Keanu Reeves does a perfectly fine job voicing the role. It can be quite entertaining to listen to. After blasting, slicing and hacking your way through a location, you'll have tons of stuff. Guns take up the most weight capacity. Fortunately, your apartment comes with an armory you can store excess stuff in. Unfortunately, that's across town, and who the hell's gonna go all the way back there every time you want to unload shit? However, your car has an extra armory built right into the boot. And no, it doesn't magically connect to the apartment storage like it's Resident Evil. The spaces are separate. Except the one in the car boot is mobile and extremely convenient once you realise it's there. Are you fucking kidding me? Every 2 or 3 hours. Every 2 or 3 hours. Let's talk about the environment. The city looks gorgeous. Driving from A to B, it's actually difficult to see where you're going and admire the city. So make sure you pull over once in a while to take in the view. Still, it is pretty impressive as you drive from one district to the other, and the style of buildings change. The city centre, the shopping districts, the slums, the outlying areas, the inner city. It's all beautifully rendered, and because I'm playing on the PS5, again I don't suffer the graphical issues that have been plaguing others. But this was the crowning turd of the lot.
It's a skill in her profession.
Well, I think she's a lying, manipulative bitch. She put me together.
Now, while this is going on, I suddenly noticed that there was a yellow light on my controller, where there wasn't before. The yellow light indicates the controller's microphone has been muted, but I didn't do it, and pressing the button again to turn it back on had no effect. Then this happened. This time, the game crashed so hard, the console didn't know what hit it. No error report screen. Then I discovered my controller's DVD controller had malfunctioned. Then I discovered the controller malfunction extended to games and everything else I fired up. The game crashed so hard, it broke my controller? The audio problem appeared before the console had its massive crash, but the controller and console have to talk to each other, especially since now the DualSense controller can receive program updates of its own. Is it even possible? If you hold the mute button down on the controller, it mutes the console audio. That suggests it's the controller that's at fault. Either way, I wasn't taking a chance. I exchanged the controller for a new one and deleted Cyberpunk from my console. I can quite honestly say that Cyberpunk 2077 is the worst good game I have ever played. And yes, I know how moronic that sounds, but it's accurate. The game world is gorgeous. The world building is fantastic. The main missions are interesting. The characters are great. The loot shower is constant. The glitches are funny. The crashes are annoying, and the game may have broken my controller. I don't know for a fact what did my controller in. It might have been Cyberpunk. It was glitchy as hell. It might have been a manufacturing defect that I wasn't aware of. It might have been something that I did. I don't remember doing anything to it, but it's possible. It's the not knowing that's doing my head in. And I'm never going to know. So I'm not willing to take the chance. If you want to play Cyberpunk, play it on PC. Everyone praises it on there. Don't even think about it on console. Wait until everybody else tells you it's okay, that they've patched the PS4 version, that the PS5 version is fine. But until then, fuck this game with the business end of a spade. Finally! I have been trying... Shit. I should let the number... You know, I've only just started and I've already forgotten what I'm supposed to say. Try again. I've got the PlayStation... Yeah. Too high.